I'll just have you to just tell us something about you. I want to know about Amy, what you do, and just generally about Amy, please.
Yeah. Can you hear me okay? Because I think I lost you.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, okay.
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Victor. Thank you for having me today. And yeah, I and I teach people how to create a quantum leap in both their personal life and their professional life. And I am all about mindset. Hello, hello, Instagram viewer. Just wanted to say hello
Yeah,
and thank you for today, Victor. We're going to be talking about mindset around leadership.
absolutely, absolutely. All right, let's jump right in. I just want to ask you, look, I'm so excited about this because I know you are the mindset coach, and Emily, ladies and gentlemen, worked with the late Bob Proctor, bless his, who has had tremendous impact on all of us. And we know Bob Proctor to be that personal development coach, one of the founders of this particular field, you know. And it's been the subject of the mind for you. So I want to ask at this point, what is that connection, or what's the importance of mindset to personal leadership?
Well, basically, mindset, I mean, everybody has heard this a sentence before is that mindset is everything, right? So it is everything when it comes to pretty much everything in your life, whether that's personal life or professional life. So when we talk about leadership, and then this is something that I want people to understand is that when we talk about leadership, it's not just like what titles you have, right? Because some people are in a corporation, they're like, oh, I'm not in a management position, I'm not a leader, right? But this is what I tell people. It's not about being a leader, it's not about your title. Being a leader is about who you are, right? And we're gonna talk a little bit more about that, but that's what I wanted to just to share. That has nothing to do with your title, and each and one of us are actually already leaders, Victor.
That's powerful. That's powerful. I'm someone who also believe that everybody was created to lead in a specific area of life, you know, because of the fact that we are unique and we are created with that uniqueness. Yes, all of us are created to lead in a specific area of life. And just like you said, mindset is everything. Mindset is everything. And you just touched on something very important here that I would like us to actually talk about, where you said the leader is who you are. And I'm a personal development coach, and that's one of the things I've got into work out with people. That clarity on who they are, and that seems to be the foundation of everything. You
Yes.
know, I want you to just talk about it. Self-discovery. How can someone actually get connected with who they are? How do I find this person? Because the truth is, this body, this is not me. So people actually get it. I want you to actually talk about that, please, Amy.
Yeah, for sure. So we can be here all day, Victor, talking about who we are. It's really a deep topic, but it's the most important topic. And yet the thing is, really think about it, is that we were not taught. Like no one really taught us to get to know who we are. Like I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I liked. I didn't know what was important for me until I started my own personal development journey back in 2017. That's why, you know, you and I, we connected, Victor, is because we're both so passionate about personal
Yeah,
development, right? And
absolutely.
um, that how do we understand who we are? Number one, the most important thing is you have to study. You have to, that studying is the only way to learn something, to become aware, right? And you have to have an open mind for sure to really think that, hey, there's got to be more to this, you know, to this body, right? There's got to be
Yeah.
more than what I know now. There's got to be something that I don't know, right? And this is the question that, you know, I wanted to pose to the audience is that what is something that you don't know currently that's holding you back? What's something that you don't know at this moment that's holding you back, right? Because you don't know what you don't know. And that goes
Yeah.
gotta just figure out who you are. Yeah.
Absolutely. Wow. That's really powerful to understand the fact that there's something that someone doesn't know that is the reason why he's not ascended to that next level, and it just touches based on the fact that you have to learn, you have to get to get attracted to knowledge, because that is the basis on which you get to understand who you are. It's okay. Yes, you are at this moment, yes, you are a published author of about 2 books, and I know many more are coming right now. And you just recently won that award, the leadership award from Dubai, where you went on a speaking function. I think, was that last month or 2 months ago?
It was in March. Yeah, March.
Oh, much, and big congratulations on that. Yeah, I really wanted to ask at this point. I know a bit of your story. Our audience might not know, but I know a bit of your story. I know the Amy of some years ago and the Amy now. There is a difference. How did this all start? How did this start?
Oh man. Yes. So difference. Like people that know me in the past, like they look at me today and they're like, I'm totally a different person. I mean, I'm still Amy Lynn, right? I may look the same, but I'm totally a different version of me, if you will, right? And how it started, Victor. So I started my personal development journey since 2017. And I was just so curious to find out, like, we have a mind, but yet we don't know how to use our mind, right? And the mind is the most powerful, important thing in the world, but yet we don't know, right? That's why, and you hear people talk about mindset, like, what is mindset, right? So I was just really curious, and I wanted to find out more. And then that was when actually I saw Bob Proctor on stage talking about paradigm, right? And intuitively, Victor, I just knew, like when Bob was talking about paradigm, I just knew that was something that was missing for me, because I was going to personal development like a lot, like I call myself the seminar junkie, right? We go to personal development 5 days, 10 days, 7 days. We go there,
Wow.
Get hyped up. We're like, yeah, I'm gonna come back a different person, and then you come back to your environment,
You just go.
and you go back to your own way. Right? So I knew something was missing. And then I found that missing link when I started working with Bob. And ever since then, I started to learn how to shift my paradigm. And a paradigm, just for people that may, I've never heard about the term. The term paradigm basically just means your beliefs, your habits, right? The way you think, the way you act, and it's all unconscious. But that part of you control you without you knowing, right? So it's kind of like you're on autopilot like every day, and you're producing the results, right, in your physical world. And some of the results you don't want, you don't enjoy, and you want to be better. How do you change your results, Victor? Then you got to change you, right? That goes back to, you have to understand who you are, because you are the one producing your results.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you so much for that, Amy. And one of the things I actually got from this right now is that quote that actually talks about you are the captain of your fate. That just shows us that the life we live, that we are the architect of the experiences that we actually go through. And this is what actually brings the concept of personal leadership to my own mind. The fact that the driving wheel of my life, I'm the one that owns it, right? So I've been really thinking about this, about the fact that people think what's gonna be is gonna be, what goes up must, about that. I just wanted to just make sure I just hear your voice on this, about how people can actually come to that consciousness of the fact that, hey, whatever it is that is happening in your life, you are actually the one, in control of it. You are creating your realities. If you don't want it, you can change it. So many people hear this and be like, what are you talking about? How do you think I'm going through this and I'm the one who is creating it? Emily, please tell us about this, please. How can we change this? How can we change the situations that are not okay for us, and how do we continue to hold the steerings of our lives, please?
Oh, that's a really good question, Victor. That's a really good. I think most people will want to know, right? I want to say the first thing, Victor, is you gotta stop being a victim and start taking responsibility for your life. I know it might sound harsh, but it's the truth, right? Because it's so easy to blame outside, right? I am the way I am. The results I have is because of the economy, because of my parents, right? Because of my spouses, because of my kids, because of my work, my boss. Like, you know, it's so easy to blame other people, but we never want to look at us and look at ourselves as like, oh wait, I'm the results, right? Who likes to do that? Nobody, right? But the important
Absolutely.
I want people to be responsible and look within, right? But not to blame themselves, because we can get so into like blaming ourselves, like, oh, I should have known better, I could have done better, and stop beating yourself up. Like, I'm not saying that, and don't do that, because when you do that, you're actually like lowering your self-esteem. Okay, so and that's the reason why, Victor, it's so important to have a healthy self-image. A lot of people have weak self-images. So any like feedback, right? Not even not even from critics, just feedbacks from the outside, and you're like, oh, like you know, it's like you gotta have a strong self-image. It's like it's okay. It's just a feedback. People give you feedback so you can improve, right?
Absolutely.
So having a healthy self-image, and then be honest. Just be honest with yourself, right? And I guess a lot of people, maybe they don't know that they are the captain of their soul. Like what you said, maybe they don't know. Maybe they're not even aware, right? So they don't know what you're talking about, Victor, right? So that's why the first thing is you have to take responsibility for yourself, right? That's the first step. Once you take first responsibility, then you want to understand how everything in this universe, including your mind, works. And what do I mean by that is that you have to understand that there's the laws of the universe, right? Universal laws. So everything in the universe operates by law, right? And think of yourself as a magnet. If you're a magnet, you're attracting everything to you, right? So whether you want it or whether it's something you don't want or whether it's something you do want, you are the main person. So it comes down to you. So hopefully that answers your question, Richard.